Welcome to the Resident Shield Overview, a webinar brought to you by SPG University. In this webinar, we will cover an overview of the program, details about the non-compliance fee, a simple how-to for navigating the dashboard and using the insurance interface, and we'll end with some best practices. Resident Shield is an insurance product. The dashboard we use to monitor compliance is integrated into Yardi Voyager. Resident Shield policies are provided at a discounted rate to our residents and auto-load into the dashboard for monitoring. Any third-party policies obtained by your resident will need to be entered on-site at move-in. All third-party policies are required to name an additional interested party, as you see on your screen. This will ensure that any notifications about policy renewals, cancellations, or defaults will be sent to the P.O. Box, which is monitored by Yardi. These changes and details are entered by the team there as soon as they are received. At most SPG communities, a non-compliance fee will be assessed in full for any portion of a month or months where there is a lapse in coverage. We do not have a master policy or force-placed insurance in place. You may disregard this section of your dashboard. Some details about the non-compliance fee. As mentioned, it is assessed in full for any portion of a month where there was a lapse in coverage. We do have a grace period from the 25th through the end of any month. This means if a policy expires between the 25th and the end of a month, they will still be assessed the non-compliance fee right away, however, not on the first of the month immediately following. This is to allow a replacement to be provided without charging our residents the fee back to back. Charge code RIV was used for charging the non-compliance fee, and it maps to your other income. Policy expirations are effective at 12:01 a.m. on the date of expiration, so it's important that our site teams enter any replacement or renewal policies prior to the current policy's expiration date. Now for a few simple how-tos. To access the Renter's Insurance dashboard, select Renter's Insurance from the left side menu, then Renter's Insurance Dashboard. Once displayed, you will have access to a variety of information. Policy information shows a quick glance at compliance. Policy status and the requiring attention sections are where you will be monitoring for any changes, expirations, unmatched policies, and more. To access the Renter's Insurance interface, which is used to enter third-party policies, replacements, and renewals, simply navigate to the resident screen for whom you need to enter details. Once there, click Data, then Renter's Insurance Interface. On the pop-up window, select Create New Policy, then enter the policy details, ensuring the move-in requirements, coverage amounts are met, and that the P.O. Box is listed as the additional interested party along with your community's legal name. Once complete, click Save. Since all roommates should be covered on the same policy, you will want to add them as additional insured. Once you've entered the policy details, click the Add Edit Additional Insured button. Upon doing so, you will see a list of any roommates currently living in that apartment home. Select the ones that are covered by the same policy and click Save. You'll see them listed as an additional insured on the right side of your screen. This process is also used for correcting any uninsured occupants from the dashboard once coverage has been verified. If you need to enter a policy for a non-primary resident, for example, you have two roommates living in an apartment home and they each have their own insurance policy in place. Follow the same steps to enter a new policy, simply ensuring that you're selecting the appropriate resident from the drop-down as you see in Step 1. Once you've selected the appropriate resident for whom you're entering policy details, enter the details, ensure the requirements are met, and click Save. If you need to enter a third-party renewal, you will follow the same steps for entering a new policy, this time ensuring you select the Renewal checkbox as seen in Step 3. We do not overwrite old policy details. Instead, a new record should be entered for each policy or policy renewal. If you have ensured that the required additional interested party information was listed on your declarations page at move-in, then the renewal policies should go to the P.O. box and therefore would be entered for you. Monitoring your Inactive in 30 Days tab on the dashboard will allow you to reach out to any residents who are quickly approaching expiration with a courtesy reminder before their policy expires. If you need to correct any unmatched policies, these will display on your dashboard and occur because the name on a policy doesn't match a name in Yardi. For example, if you have a resident named Ronald, but on his policy he is listed as Ron, you will see him displayed in the Unmatched Policies section. To correct any unmatched policies, use the Resident Locate button for the policy you'd like to match up. Find the resident that you are selecting and click OK. Their T-code will auto-populate. Once you click Save, you've now matched that policy with the appropriate resident. If you'd like to view the compliance information in a report format, analytics are available to you. Select Renters Insurance Analytics from the left side menu after clicking on Renters Insurance. Several reports, such as the Policy Exception report seen here, are available to you. You also have the ability to print notifications for those residents who either have a policy who has already expired or is quickly approaching expiration. From the left side menu, select Renters Insurance and then Notifications. Enter the parameters for the notices you'd like to generate, then either screen or PDF to have them displayed or printed. A few best practices for you. Remember, all residents and their roommates must have insurance in place. These details are required to be entered into Voyager before you can post the move-in. Ensure your future move-ins know their insurance must be in effect as of their lease start date, even if they physically move in on another date. Do not modify or delete policies and renewals. Instead, we'll enter a new record each time. At move-in, double-check to ensure any third-party policies meet all requirements, including your community being listed as the additional interested party along with that P.O. box, and that the appropriate coverage amounts are in place. Don't forget to monitor your dashboard regularly and alert any residents prior to their policy expiring using the Inactive in 30 Days tab. Lastly, be sure to promote Resident Shield for cost savings, ease of use, and their great coverage options. As a note, roommates can easily be covered on the same policy by selecting Yes, I have roommates as your resident signs up. You have access to a copy of this presentation, a quick reference guide, frequently asked questions, and more on SimNet. Head over to the Marketing and Training section of the homepage, click on Training Resources, then find the Resident Shield folder. Thank you for attending.